Hey, Shalom, Makim, YAHAWASHI, all the glory, honor, and praise to the Most High, Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the nation of Yashar Allah, better known as the Great Millstone. Shalom to you, sincere Akim, as well. The title of this is Charge. Okay, charge. Don't give up. Keep pushing. The Spirit has been on brothers to be heavy into exhortation. And, for those that don't know, a lot of us do, but to exhort, okay, means to encourage. Okay, exhort, to exhort or encourage, and directly from Latin exhortati, to exhort, encourage, or stimulate thoroughly, encourage, urge, to like or want. Well, that's going into the breaking of it. Okay, encourage or urge. So if you look up the word encourage, all right, modern English, give support, confidence, or hope to someone, to give hope. Now, this power is in our hope. Okay, let's look up. Words carry a lot of power, and it's by these words of Yahawah Shem Yahawashi which is bringing this world down. The mere utterance, the kingdom is in you. So when you say something with belief, when you say something with conviction, when you see artists, singers, speakers, and they're speaking with actual conviction, it can send chills through your bones. Well, for us, it's on a greater level. Right now, hope says, have the theological virtue of hope, hope for salvation or mercy. That's the whole point of hope, right? You're hoping for what? Salvation or mercy. Trust in Yahawah's word, you see? So being a speaker is a very big deal. You're charging this battlefield all the time. And you're charging against the dragon. You're charging against the castle. You're charging against an opposing army. But, after a couple of charges, after a couple of battles, you start to realize you're going to win the war. Sometimes you might lose a battle, but you still realize you're going to win the war. Also, to have trust, have confidence, assume confidently, to assume an assumption. Let's look at this word assume. Let's look at this word assume. Supposed to be the case or without proof. So we don't really have a real proof. That's what makes our hope and our faith, is we're assuming confidently or trusting in this hope to come. Okay? Man. Let's go to Hebrews, the 11th chapter, right? Oops, too far. Salakia. It's going to be Hebrews 11, I want to say. Okay, maybe I was in the right spot. Hebrews 7, Salakia. Actually, before we get, because that's the obvious one, right? Let's see. So like, man, yeah, this is all fire right here. Romans 8:24. For we are saved by hope, an assumption of confidence, right? Because we don't know if we are of those men, but we hope that we are. So we are saved by hope. But hope, okay, hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for? And this is a very easy thing, like in Christmas, when you were a child, if you ever peeked at your presents, well, automatically you knew there was no Santa. Okay, but if you ever peeked at your presents, why would you hope that you received that new gift when you know for a certainty that you have it. So hope that is seen is not hope. Okay? For what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for? And that's a question for you. You know you already have it. Okay? But we know we don't have this. But we hope. Okay? We have an assuming confidence or trust that something is or will be so. It says a word of unknown origin. Look at that. Not the usual Germanic term for this, but in use in North Sea Germanic languages, the cognates, Old Frisian, hopia, Middle Low German, Middle Dutch, Dutch hopen, Middle High German, hofen to hope, which is borrowed from Low German. Some suggest a connection with hope or hop from the notion of leaping in expectation, which I can see why they're coming from the German, because before King James had his the Bible commissioned from the people that translated it from Hebrew, Greek, and Latin. You had the King Henry Bible, and what King Henry had done is translated from the German. So the German language is a language that has words and doesn't have words that we use in modern English. So with that, also you had words that pretty much kind of didn't exist that should have existed. Okay, from early 13th century, as to wish for something or a desire, to hope against hope, 1610s, right? Hold to hope in the absence of any justification for hope, echoes Romans 4 and 18. Okay, so let's go back to the scripture. This is Romans 5 and 2. It says, by whom also we have access by faith into this grace wherein we stand and rejoice in hope of the glory of the Most High. Okay, so hope is a huge factor in this thing, and you have to really look within yourself. All these years and all this time that you've put in, and all these videos you've made and these lessons you're gonna do. Look, man, it's all been for something. You've already, so-called wasted the best years of your life, right? Like, you've come this far. Don't look back. Keep moving forward, okay? So Romans 8 and 20, for the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who hath subjected the same in hope. The Most High has subjected us so that we might have hope, because we're an asset to the Most High, so to speak. Okay, there's a return that he's going to be able to cash in on, where the people are going to say, damn, these are them, these are the men who believed, these are the men who were spit on, who were beat, who were killed, who maintained their integrity. And these people are going to say, why didn't we invest in that stock market? Why didn't we invest in these things of wisdom? Why didn't we invest? That's Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. Okay? Let's start at verse 3. It says, and they, well, actually start at verse 2. When they see it, those that didn't believe, the infidels, the non-believers, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. And they, repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit, shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision, and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness, and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of the Most High, and his lot among the saints? Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness hath not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. And this was that same feeling, and quote, that people had in the days of Noah. Okay? They're going to say, why didn't we invest? Why didn't we do these things? And why did we worry about worldly things? Why did they do those? They're going to ask themselves, why did we do those things? Verse 7, we wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way. But as for the way of the Most High, we have not known it. What has pride profited us? Or what good has riches with our vaunting brought us? All those things are passed away like a shadow, and as a post that hasted by. And as a ship that passeth over the waves of the water, which when it is gone by, the trace thereof cannot be found, neither the pathway of the keel in the waves. So look, they're like a ship that passes over the waters. They're not even, look, the ship still remains, but the impression that it left is wiped away, and it's never to be mentioned of again. And that's what these people's lives are going to be realized and equated to. They left a small impression. All this bullshit with these celebrities, these athletes, these well-to-do people, all this stuff that they're doing now, it is going to equate to an amount to nothing. Look at, you know how many people were so-called rich and wealthy in Pompeii? But look at what legacy have they left behind? Is there anything that we can say, oh, well, this person was, you know, made his wealth and his fortune and his fame because of this, and his legacy echoed on over here? No. If anything, it's like, oh, well, we had, you know, there's evidence of this, and people have taken, you know, something from that culture and from this and that, and they built this thing here today. Well, there's no new thing under the sun. So as that thing is vanished and gone away in its madness, so shall this. Why? Because they're not wearying themselves in truth and in righteousness. They've wearied themselves in wickedness and destruction. So that's an easy thing that you should be able to see. So this hope that we have is a very powerful thing. Okay, so what's that? Faith in Hebrews, the 11th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. Hebrews 11. Yep. Man, and this is a bad chapter too. You know, let's just get to the top. You know, Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for. You see, hope for the evidence. So like it is hope for the evidence of things not seen. Okay. For by it the elders obtained a good report. So how many of the elders that are out there, okay, how many true elders maintained their faith and didn't take a break from pushing this word, from putting on a garment, from going out week in and week out, even when there were years of no one listening or coming into the fold? Okay, through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. And now, when you read this chapter, it's going to bring into you all the examples of faith and how it profited those who believed against the face of adversities, man. And that's really what this charge is about, man. As we charge, okay, it's against the odds. It's like it. So as you're charging forward in this fight, okay, it's against the odds. I can't remember how I found that photo. Oh, I remember. It was it's like it. It's against the odds. Okay, that's always what the battle is against the dragon. It's against the odds, right? But guess what? This thing, this creature, this beast, okay, the wickedness of the world which Edom rules, which he rules by, is going to be overcome by mere foot soldiers, man. The words that we speak, look at, you got to look at, power translates. Okay, power translates, energy translates. So the words you utter, the kingdom of heaven is in you. So your mere utterance of these words in hope is what's bringing this thing down, man. The only thing, when people say, you know, your greatest enemy is you, they're right. You know, Israel as a nation is keeping the kingdom from coming because they don't believe and they won't speak. It says, I believe, therefore I speak. when you speak, when you go out onto these streets, onto the highways and byways, you're not only making your body a living sacrifice, but you're showing and proving your faith and your hope that, look, the Lord is going to take care of me. He's going to allow me to be out here, that no harm befalls me. I trust him blindly. You don't know what's going to come around the corner, in a car, on a bike, walking. You don't know who's going to try to cause you harm. But you don't worry about that shit, man. How many years have you grown up, eating, bullshit food, small portions of this or that? You're still alive, right? The hell are you complaining for, man? Keep moving forward. Charge. The fight's over there, not back there. You're supposed to stomp the coals out on that fire and keep moving. Why are you laid up worried about it? Keep moving, man. We have a kingdom to win, man. Adversity is only overcome if you strive for the fight. The second you quit in your mind, you've died on the field, man. So keep moving, Akim. Charge. All right? Hey, man, we're bringing this devil down, and he's afraid, man. Salaki, I'm way past my bedtime, But, man, it was just in my spirit, and that fire hit me, and I was like, to hell with it, So I just wanted to, put a couple things down, and hopefully it's edifying. Hopefully it's encouraging and exhorting. So until next time, Shalom.